My never say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there. Osia dem yopo.
Abusuafo mema mo akwaba e de mo ba PENDREAM TV so me pa cho ba wa ba yi dum bon modern say obe subscribe to the channel. Abusua eye me say Ghana for yen share da the kind of regime ya free. Abusua Ghana for ye wa fofi da bi amoma yendi na nyame ayen afri nkwasum nyame ayen afri ohawmu chese ye wonkwasum na nyame asan yiye na piem Ghana man abusua be bo video bi e de akyerew na wankasa odi wani ahwe na watie bi na wahu ensem a na ekoso wo man mu abusua ohene a na owo Asuom anase ono ene da Asuom for eso anase omo oda o ma no aso ohene na papa yi abekasa after elections no na nin samu a wakika no na me pese me ne mo check akra me pese me boma mo so mutie bi abusua Ghana ye bio ni sabe sorry nyankopon wa ye bio nyame wa ye bia ma Ghana man se ye nim Ojia nyankopon agiem me paacho ye nim ojia nyankopon agi o man we ene entokwa Ghana for ye nyina yako edig efense freedom ya Ghana ne yenya afri omanpenyini Akuffo Addo ene Dr. Bawumia ne omatu ato dom no gia ya gi ye fa ho di afri omunsam enya fa di agro abusuafo. We shouldn't take it for granted. Ghana ye kwahye nkwaso de course no na ehu enye ade e wose Ghana ni bia ema ni wura fida e wona brabum no hene na keka nsem bi ohene no akeka nsem bi kiremu a omampanyina Akuffo Addo amammo die chese ne su president ye ni kwanse Ghana ye hia bi da wo ye life mu da wasisa papa yi na bi hwe nsamo wakafa Samira Bawumia ho ene ne wakafa Bawumia ho MPP amanyukuo no ene ne wabeka afa omampanyini John Dramani Mahama ono so ne ho abusua ene warning bi a wode ato ho amamo a mo ka ma no tumu na mo ye mo sa mo de you know hear evil, you know see evil, and you can't offense utter evil. Mo de mo no mo dwene mo yefunu ne mo ho ne mo ma ne mabusua ene mo madwuma kakra wa bi amwo no so Ghana be ko hela enko hell o se mo sa ankrofo no abusua me pese ye ko na yekotie nkomo no eba aha PENDREAM TV. Make sure also be subscribe to the channel, like the video, na share to other platforms so enya bi enhwe make sure also who adventure bi afato comment section no ase efamayen e dey bi amanfo bi say o say udinu midim patcho midin de na kuja blessing ane me patcho yenko na yenkotie enkomo no embra asen when no yebetumi abam na yeso so ya kire ya adwene ewo aha.
Samira was so desperate for the position. You know, our good old Auntie Rebecca, she was not that outgoing, and so Samira was mostly at the forefront. She longed to be the first lady. And so she is very unhappy. If she had won, she would have slayed a lot. She will slay Ghanaian ladies or go bored die. I'm very happy we have won. Ghanaians are very happy. I see there's a certain level of exoneration in the atmosphere. People are generally jubilating. I tell you who is not happy though. Dr. Bawumia is not happy. He did his best. He was desperate for the position. But do you know, somebody else was even more unhappy. Samira was so desperate for the position. You know, our good old Auntie Rebecca, she was not that outgoing, and so Samira was mostly at the forefront. She longed to be the first lady. And so she is very unhappy. If she had won, she would have slayed a lot. She will slay Ghanaian ladies or go bored die. Another person who is not happy is Napo. Ghanaians didn't know Napo until he became the vice presidential candidate. And wow. Are you sure the name is not Puna? What a yam. The other person is President Akuffo.
What you say? Nana Echirimu Edino Napuno Ut Sana Epuna. Aha, oye no. O de N E no Kochira. Aha, ebe Puna. Aha, entino. Nipa no, I know who said by you who said, dear Bay, you said, what I say, no, Nana Peso Ochre.
Ghanaians didn't know Napo until he became the vice presidential candidate. And wow. Are you sure the name is not Puna? What a yam.
What a yam.
The other person is President Akuffo Addo. Nana Akuffo Addo is not happy, though he's going around smiling a lot with the transition team. You see a thing your brofre, your Bawumia. We were all disappointed. Disappointed in Akuffo Addo. I mean, you see, in Revelations, the mark of the beast has been interpreted by many people as 666. The mark of ours was hidden in broad daylight. It was obvious for all to know. And it was in its initials. Nada.
Nada.
Nada in Tree translates into English as dishonest, deceptive, double-dealing, cunning, crafty, crooked. Should I go on? Insincere, evasive, lying, misleading, hypocritical. I think it was quite clear, but people just didn't realize it. And some of us are happy that his reign is over. A lot of the chiefs are happy. A good friend of mine who is also a chief told me once that let's see if he will come around and instruct chiefs to wake up to greet him. It's not a good legacy. He could have done more. He had so much revenue. He had so much he could have done for this country. And so we pray we don't get another Akuffo Addo to be president of Ghana. Overall, we thank God that the good Lord has given the mantle, well, about to give, to President Mahama. As it is in Luke chapter 10, verse 29, Ghana has been stripped naked. Mother Ghana is bleeding. The robbers have stolen. They have stolen all the goodies. So a good Samaritan has come to rescue her and put her in a good, healthy, and happy situation. And also recover the loot that the robbers took and put them behind bars. For me, we should be happy about it. So yes, I'm very happy. I guess there was. Even Lucifer had something good about him. They said he was a good singer. He had a magical voice, Lucifer, yes. So definitely there will be something good about Nana Akuffo Addo. Free SHS was a good idea. By all standards, yes, it was. But the planning was where the problem was. We could have taken our time, assessed our infrastructure, the staff, both teaching and non-teaching, the books and logistics that were necessary. We could have piloted the scheme to see how good it will work in anticipation of the number of students we would have since it has become free. But of course, it was rushed. Frank Sinatra, you know, a classical musician, good old days, he wrote a song called Fools Rush In, where angels and wise men will tread cautiously, fools will rush in with reckless abandonment. So we could have done it better. But I guess overall, free SHS was a good policy, good idea. Maybe another good thing, almost good thing, is how he was able to mute all the opinion leaders, the clergy, the media, the chiefs, all the outspoken people, all of a sudden became silent. You see, when you have about 32 million people with 32 million problems breathing down your neck, even the strongest of minds could bend. So yes, his ability to tame them.
After this fufu and pepper soup, I'll go school.
Keep them silent is somehow mesmerizing to some of us. So in that case, yes, he was good. But at the same time, now that there's a new president, we are all watching. Eyes are watching. Those that were kept mute, if all of a sudden they come out loud, then we will tell them that yes, they are the hypocrites and saboteurs, that we can boldly face them and say to their faces. Yes, he was good in keeping those people silent. Overall, some of us are happy to see his back. A lot of chiefs are saying that when he comes to their palaces and their gatherings, they will only greet him because traditionally they are supposed to. But it will be without, of course, a certain hidden level of cynicism and even disdain. So tomorrow is pregnant. There's a lot that Ghanaians are anticipating, and we hope it will be a positive change. We have to thank Ghanaians again. Our gratitude goes to the voting population. They have done well.
Really?
They have spoken very clear, very loud. They have given President Mahama the mandate. And we appreciate that they also saw what we could see. There is a new change. There's a new kind of development in the horizon. We pray that President Mahama, right from the first day one of being sworn in, will have the strength, will have the energy, will have the enthusiasm to do what he has been brought here, destined to do, all the way until the 1460 of his reign. We pray that by the time his term is over, Ghanaians will yearn for more. Ghanaians will compare what he has been able to achieve to that of the great Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide him. It will be a difficult battle, but he must guide him. He must give him a conjoined spirit of Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's speedy development. The good Lord must conjoin President Mahama with the spirit of J.J. Rawlings's no-nonsense approach, determination, self-sacrifice, and charisma. The good Lord should conjoin the spirit of President Mahama with a good spirit of Atamilsis, Diufiasem, Yofie Ye, humility, dedication, and honesty. We pray that President Mahama will leave a legacy that we can all be proud of. Like I said, he only has 4 years. Well, so the Constitution says. And by the time it ends, we must all beat our chest and be proud that he had a second chance. I believe the 4 years is going to make it difficult because it's quite a limited amount of time, especially regarding how we all want him to succeed. But he mustn't allow that to worry him. He must take in a day at a time. We want a different kind of Mahama, though. A supercharged Mahama. A Mahama who is hard. No more Mr. Nice Guy, no more Mr. Gentleman kind of thing.
Simple.
Ghanaians fare better when we have a hard leader. He must not be afraid to sack his ministers, his appointees, who are lackadaisical, appointees who mismanage, appointees who are mediocre, appointees who underperform must be sacked with alacrity. The president must crack the whip.
Bam.
I advise all our appointees, all our ministers, to at least declare their assets. Because Ubi Abodi says Shia, I was say Usen. And we know that if the president carries Ghanaians along, communicates well with Ghanaians, Ghanaians will also carry him along. Ghanaians will offer him every little helps, devoid of sabotage, devoid of ill will, devoid of scheming. Ghanaians must understand that we have given our will to him, so we have to be patient. I know every day people will be on the lookout for what he has been able to do, and the fact that the mandate they gave to him is that overwhelming makes the job even more difficult, because they say to whom much is given, even much more is expected.
Sure.
So yes, it's going to be a difficult battle, but I believe President John Dramani Mahama will perform very, very well.
Now, coming to that, making those points, is there anything for the oral, since you really spoke about how it should be done, you really campaigned for it, is there anything for the oral?
Yes. I'm very happy that even before the president was sworn in, he has formed a team, a formidable one at that, to take care of the various looting and, defrauding and all those things that we need to at least recover. It's good. I heard the Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa say that their job for now will be temporary and that they may be given over to other institutions like the police, BNI and the rest, Yoko and the rest. Well, I beg to disagree with him. The people want oral to be a task force. We want oral on a kind of permanency level. We now have the majority, so they should be able to at least come out with the laws and regulations that will at least fund them and institutionalize them, maybe under national security, because we all know how tedious, how investigations can become compromised, how bureaucracy can set in, and if you give it to Yoko and Shraj and the police, it may not have the same level of seriousness that we intend it does.
I agree with you.
And so, yes, it must be an institutionalized task force that will see that the agenda is achieved. Allow that, people will go on as it was before. I'll tell you, it is not just for this party, it is not just for this term. It should be something that should carry on into the future. Members of parliaments, prospective members of parliament, are known to borrow money. Some will sell their houses just to become parliamentarians, because they know when they get there, they will have about 1,000 times more than what they lost. This should be a disincentive to all of them, to all Ghanaians. People who want to serve must genuinely have it in their hearts to serve, not to come and steal government money, not to come and dissipate our already scarce resources, but to help genuinely. And so if we have an institution like ORA, it will at least send the wrong signal to, the right signal to the wrong people who think they can come and just enrich themselves. It is a duty to Ghanaians. So I beg him and his team, they should find ways to regulate it and make sure that if even for nothing at all, they can give the cases to the police for criminal prosecution, but they can also initiate civil prosecutions against these same people. I hear there's been more than 400 complaints already. So that means, yes, there's every need for them. The police are there, the BNI are there, Yuko and the rest are there. How come with their inception, we get so many cases? And this is a mark that Ghana wants to change. I always keep saying that Ghana is the most blessed of all lands under God's creation. Our mineral resources, our natural resources, vis-a-vis the population which is not overpopulated, vis-a-vis the human resources we have, our seas, our rivers, our fertile lands. Look, countries like America and the rest of Europe should be envious of Ghana. We could do it. Our only problem has been leadership. So if Oral is here to clean that up, I believe we must give them all the assistance, all the support, so that together we can build a Ghana that we can all be proud of. Sure. There's only one Ghana. And it takes just a wrong statement to infuriate and to cause mayhem and havoc. The right things need to be done. People should love Ghana more. That you are an EC doesn't mean you are not a Ghanaian. The right things need to be done. That you are a Supreme Court judge doesn't make you above Ghana. The right things need to be done. People should fear the good Lord. You see, the people have spoken, and it is clear, and it is as loud as it could ever be in any competitive democracy. Let the will of the people remain. That's all I can say. Let not a few people think they can scheme and plot, because it will not happen. Let the will of the people remain. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best of 2025 and beyond. And as I say, we are praying that the Ghana we knew will change, and we will feel proud, very proud, when we call ourselves Ghanaians. Thank you very, very much for having me. My name is Obodade, Bwedi Amponim Obodade the third. Akyem Asuom is where I come from. Thank you.
Enti awisha for Nana Obodade Asuom hene ene Akuffo ne nsam de abremo no. Eba chaw Asuom hene meka ne se ochini meka ne se buakwa man mu. Enti monte asye yi na muhu ba bia owura yi kasa efiri se de beya mubehu se enye fadi agro enye settings enye agro bi na papa no odi wakasa and mema no piao nana wakasa san se wonsam no emuye hwiam na emma awerechekere emma hope de ahoɔden bi di wura Ghana fom ama Ghana fo ahunu se yes afi Ghana afi de yasi kwan no so obusua ne di kan eka kire mo se was Ghana ni bia appreciate baby ya be Ghana afri edi Ghana abeduru obusua Ghana ne won kwaso mu ye ka enkwaso mu a sa efensen colonial rule apen so ana Kwame Nkrumah kon ya je fa hodie di ma Ghana man emu ne yesa akɔhye yi na we die ya nkasa ye nkrofo na edi akɔhye enkwaso na enhira nka Nyankopɔn se Ghana fo nyina tumi kan ye hu bomu etu nkrofo isusa anopa kosi anwumre be 5 de na chese ya kan nkrofo yi agu ebuo mu a omogye omhu bia entumi enje ama enne nkurumdie abaye Ghana fo nyina edia se ahemfumpo na sabio omabetena simpie so ka nsem bi sei a kire Ghana fo a ohene a wo free abuakwa man mu ohene a wo free Eastern region ohene a oye ochini na kasa seya na ewo so hu se na enya agoro bi na Ghana yedi nyame na di afofie na yehu de yehu enti se enkrofo bi ka se even 7 January no kwampa enduye mo pegini mahama enkoso Akuffo namnum no still they are not okay na let's say the omudika. So I said these people are capable of doing any nonsense. Oma haye oma twinya koechi oma chese oma ha omanyi na can say look oma mpenya Akuffo Addo so president there Ghana eni kwansi ye share bi da ewo ye life eni kwansi ye share bi da ye nchirimma ebeba was ye document is adiwi edit to honum ma ye nchirimma hu se ye wo omampanyini bi a obetwa mu aye fe na Akuffo Addo a obae no na che se o chen fe ne sen sebo o chen sabi be kan se ohene a yen kana asem a ono no oye cool leader nanso so odi democracy eni wura mu Akuffo Addo diewu Akuffo Addo wa diewu odi Ghana kwa chire na de ya me de ewo nana asamo kan yinim ene se mo amanya kukuduro ankasa wa Akuffo Addo apen so no monkɔ so antena hɔ no mo a ma munya saa kukuduru no na mmom sɛ kɔyɛ mo sɛ Akuffo Addo the tyrant wa free so enti afi deɛ mo akɔ fine mo voices back afi mu be kasa criticize mo na mo be kyerɛ kwan a yɛfa so bu ɔman ɛwɔ kurom ha sɛ woyɛ ɔhene sɛ woyɛ ɔsɔfoɔ sɛ woyɛ fɛnsɛn COS ni sɛ woyɛ hwan whoever that you are wo be fine your voice this time na wo be ba bekeka nsɛmhunu ɛwɔ kurom ha yɛne wo ɛde bɛsi so papa yɛne wo de bɛ fe so papa wo bɛ chia ma ya mankasa ɛwɔ kurom ha yɛmfa ho nkyɛ wo da yɛne wo de bɛsi ani papa obi anka sɛ yɛma fɛnsɛ obi sabio criticize o man panyini mahama na nkasa opɛ criticism sabi yɛse deɛ otwa sa no nim sɛ na fɛnsɛ na chi akyea enti no ɔno deɛ ɔbɛpɛ na mmom we would need constructive criticism. In fact ɛna sɛ wo kura mpo no sabio wo no na wo yɛ obi a utɔre mumum Akuffo Addo apɛn so a you have to continue to be dumb, deaf and dumb. Yes, you have to continue to be deaf and dumb. But mam mo hu musuo sa wo be kire sa wo afedi wo na wonim amanyo sem na wonim nyansa e na wo be kire na o man panyina anya ade na nka so ye ni sei e na fa nkosi hey wo de fasa route no so ye no be twe ye no de be ye chia yam papa ye be kire wo papa ye be ka bia kire wo sanse Ghana na ye nyina ye dia ye nyina ye dia se sei ne say Ghana for monsor na monkasa na munyina mo kotete ya ye be expect say mo am kotete no monkoso antete na omo am antete omo sore kasa aye te say na yimu no omo no en kasa omo mum no kasa. Yes, because omo na demonstrate ya kire ye say omo no they don't care about who you are. Wo your hene wo your president ni nam ka nsɛmhunu kyerɛkyerɛ ahemfo ukrum ha tia ahemfo gugu omanim ase kɔ mo territory ekugu omanim ase basa ɔman mu nyinaa constituency nyinaa otumi ka kyerɛ ɔmo sɛ ɔmo nto aba mountain wa yiwani ama ɔmo sɛ ɔmo mbrɛ ɔman panyini bɛn nie ya no ane sɛ na amben this time unite kurom ha eti ɔman nim yɛ hwɛ de besi eti ɔman abusafo Asuom chief anasa Asuom hene na yakofa na no din nsɛm a ɔde aba nsɛm a waka kyerɛ Samira napo ne ɔmampanyina Akuffo Addo Bawumia mu nyina maso etb and mesra mo sɛ mekɔ so subscribe to the channel, like video no na share to other platforms mo so nya be hwɛ adwenkyerɛ bi a wo bi afa to comment section no ase famaye PENDREAM TV yɛsɛ edamu yopo
Dedi kama mamena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.